right, let's get it rolling, boy. I'm excited. All right, all right. LDMMAC, LDBC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. And guys, I got this great fighter, Janay Hollow Point Harding. Janay, how are you this morning? Right?
Yeah, so it's 11:24 in the morning. But
God
yeah,
bless you.
good
God bless.
man. Good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I appreciate you asking. You're probably the first person to ask me all day how I'm doing. But
And it's like nighttime there, no?
yeah, it's 9:24, Janae. 9:24. Telling you, man,
That's
it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But listen. So we're here, and you're about to get into like probably one of the biggest fights of your career versus um, Miss Sinead Kavanagh. I mean,
yeah.
what were you thinking when they first offered you this fight?
Obviously, she's a tough girl, so it was just more exciting. When I see tough opponents and high caliber opponents, I kind of get excited. I'm like, oh, I get the opportunity to even be like chosen to get matched up against these guys, and it's always going to be a good fight and a good performance from both of us. So I know it'll be good for the fans and good for the viewers. And yeah, either way, we can just like put on a show.
Yeah, y'all gonna put on a show. You got Sinead. She like to box. She like to move and move around the octagon. Now tell me,
Hmm.
what are you like? How are you gonna like divert? Her because she's a mover. She likes to move. She likes to stick and move. So
Yeah.
what is your game plan to stop all that sticking and moving?
Yeah, well, obviously that right hand of hers as well has a lot of heat in it, so I'm just gonna keep nullifying that, using my footwork and just changing it up a little bit more. I feel more of like a all-round striker where she has that boxing background. Even though I've had boxing fights, like I do like my kickboxing and my elbows and knees and all that kind of thing. So I think mixing it up will be probably super beneficial for me. And yeah, keeping that footwork, heading to the right, and really avoiding that right hand of hers would be a good idea.
Janae, I think she got to avoid a bunch of stuff from you because every fight you won, you finished it. I know
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
I know that's got to be sticking in their mind. I know they got to be thinking about that. Like, man, if Hollow Point gets the advantage over me, I might be going to sleep.
yeah, exactly. Or at least like if I get it to the ground, or I've got my ground and pound there that I've used a couple of times in my professional wins. And but mainly it's just like I do have the height advantage, obviously, with Sinead, so I'll be looking to use that to the best of my ability, and yeah, hopefully capitalize on it.
Janae, I love this confidence. I love this confidence. Like the last time I talked to you, we was talking about like your previous fight. This time,
Yeah.
I mean, you were confident then, but you look like you about to, go jump off a mountain and start flying. I mean, you really, I can see the confidence. Like, what has coach been doing, or your coach is been doing to you in camp that's got you so like hyped up?
I don't know, man. Well, I don't know if you know this, but I had a boxing fight last night. I'm currently in Melbourne, um, just for the weekend, and I fought on a show in Melbourne here called Big Time Boxing. It's a pretty good show, and I fought a couple weight divisions above what I usually fight at. So I kind of obviously I fight at featherweight for MMA, but um, for this fight I fought at 72.5 kilos, which is like 165-ish pounds or something,
Yeah.
um, like that. Maybe less. I get really confused, but about that. And then yeah, like I got robbed of a decision, but because I'm in the hometown and I'm in Melbourne, but I'm happy that like I won. Like everyone knows that I won. I mean, like her corner kind of congratulated me before her hand got raised, so it's all like it's all like Australian boxing is a um bit funny, but yeah. So like I guess I'm on a high right now, which helps. Even though I didn't get the proper W, I know that I won, and I was really happy with my performance. And we had a little bit of adversity this weekend, so with flights and that just them working against us a little bit. So yeah, I guess like I'm in a really good headspace. I was in a good headspace for this boxing fight, so I can just carry that on, jump straight into this MMA camp, and yeah, and keep on winning.
Okay, now I'm telling you, you got some love already. I got to show this to you. Okay, I got to show you. See, this is the live stream. This is what it looked like. And part of me wish I'd have just told you so you can read. But hey, listen, God, look at this glow. Look, you got love. You got a lot of love in the live stream, Janay. Look, you
That's
know, and
putting me on like
uh,
the love you get from fighting. The like my social media and stuff all weekend has been yeah, banging. Everyone's just like, oh, you won, blah blah blah. Everyone was like is supporting me. I had the adversity and I got to persevere using people in the community that I know, and I just like felt so much love from that, and that's always gonna put you in a fucking massive
that's what I'm talking about. Janay getting comfortable. I like it, girl. Look, it's unfiltered. Nothing's bleeped out today. Nothing is bleeped out. No
high.
PG-13. Janay Hollow Point Harding. Go tell your mom. Tell your granddaddy with the glass eye. Okay, please, guys. Please, please, please. Go ahead, guys. Watch this interview because I'm about to ask Janay some bomb. Look, these questions finna just put the nail upon bomb. All right, first, there's a question. Janay, my man Ronald Finkley wants to know what weight class are you fighting in?
At the moment, I'm signed to Bellator with the featherweight division, 145 pounds.
Okay, look, Ronald, look at that. She answered your question, sir. Now, hey, Janay, how was the weight cut for this camp?
Yeah, good. I mean, like this boxing fight has kind of just kept my weight down, but after that fight in San Jose in May, I didn't stop training. I didn't really have a big break. I had a couple of weeks off just to let the body rest a little bit, and then we headed straight over back to Thailand for a little bit, and so I got to get a heap of training in there, and then I was in the UK training over there, and then now I'm back in Oz, and obviously I've kept the training up, getting ready for this boxing fight. So yeah, the weight stayed real low, and I feel a lot stronger at like, even though I'm at a lower weight, I'm walking around at like 72, 73 kilo, because the boxing fight was about there. But I'm still strong. I'm a lot leaner than I used to be. Whereas I used to walk around about this and be a little bit squishier, but I'm happy. Yeah, like I think for the weight cut for this one is going to be really good spot.
Now, Hollow Point, you know the coach follows you on all your social medias, okay? Coach
Yeah.
Shelton Harrison follows you. Janay, I'm hurt right now. I did not know about the boxing fight. I didn't know where to tune in. Janay,
All
why didn't
good.
the fans know where to follow you at? I'm a fan, Janay.
That's all right. I did put it up a couple of times. It was hard though with the stream, with it being like an Australian show. The streams, I think, a lot were regional. So, a lot of my friends in America, okay, like I had a couple of friends watch it in the UK. A couple of people try watch it in America. I don't know if they were successful or not. But yeah, we had to like give a couple of different stream options, try to get that set up. So it was more like more for my Australian fan base. I guess this boxing fight was easier to get to. But main like I could just keep everyone updated on social media and let everyone know how it went.
Okay, okay. All right. Hey, well, was it televised or was it something like it was so like secluded that people wouldn't have known about it?
It was kind of like a pay per view online stream. It will be but delayed, so it'll be like televised sometime this week. So it
Man,
wasn't live televised. Yeah.
watching you fight Hollow Point, that's worth the money. See, I don't believe in I don't believe in streaming. I mean, I stream it, but I pay for a pay per view, cause I'm
Yeah.
the October 12th fight versus Snead. I'm buying that fight. Well, I buy all the
Yeah.
fights. Okay.
Well, I'm actually on the prelims, so you can stream the prelims for free now on the Bellator app or the Bellator website.
Okay. Now, Janae, we got to talk to some of these cheapskates. All you cheapskates that's listening to Hollow Point Live, okay? She said, look, it's free. The prelims are free, so there's no excuse why Hollow Point should not be on your computer screen, your TV screen. Look, October the 12th, Friday. If you're not watching Hollow Point, it's something wrong with you, okay? That's just how that is, okay? But
And as well as I highly recommend catching the main event, Matt Mitrione versus Ryan Bader, and then Roy Nelson the co-main event as well. So there's some good fights on that main card too. But if you want to catch me, it's for free. So just download that app and jump on the website.
Download the app on your phone, cheapskates. It even works for Android, okay? No, I'm just playing. I'm just, I got a tendency to pick on people online. I do it. It's okay. They'll be okay. Hey, so now, you know what? I noticed, though, when I was doing my film study on Sinead Kavanagh, okay? I noticed
Mhm.
that Sinead has problems with fighters who are bigger, okay? And when I was looking at a fight, she was fighting a Zara dos Santos. I noticed that Snead was having a definite problem with the size of Zara.
Yeah,
And you have a size advantage over Snead. So, I mean, how do you think that that may play into your advantage in this fight?
I think it'll just help my range a lot better. She's not only short, but she doesn't have a long range. She does throw her. She definitely knows how to use her own range from that boxing background, which is awesome. Some people kind of stunt their own punches and strikes. Um, but I just feel like she might have a bit of trouble getting on the inside and um, kind of doing that like walk down, throwing the 1-2 on me. Like with me, it'll be there'll be kicks involved, there'll be tapes, knees, whatever else, and I'm hoping to capitalize on using that reach advantage for sure.
Okay. All right. So, do you think that, based on what you've seen in the film study y'all been doing on Snead, do you think that she'll be able to capitalize on some of the weaknesses that you've been working hard to actually strengthen?
Yeah, like for sure. I mean, she probably has obviously watched that last fight I have with Amber Librock, and that would be probably a good starting point to. I mean, looking at my left hand, how I drop my left hand a lot, and just little bit pieces like that, and um, I'm not 100% sure if she would go for the takedown or not, but I mean, if I was her, that would be my game plan to come at me with a takedown to nullify that distance and the striking exchanges and my height advantage. But um, personally, I would just probably like be assuming that they'll be working to capitalize on that left hand dropping and just a couple of my striking tweaks that I need. I've already improved a lot, especially just from this boxing fight in the last like 3 4 months. So
Well, I'll admit to you, every fight that I've watched, and I've watched every fight that I can find that's available, and I've actually seen the steady adjustments that you're making. Um,
yeah,
and when people first they research you, they'll go, "Oh, okay, well her record." I mean, honestly, the record can fool you. Okay, when it comes to you, that record can fool you. It's very deceptive because you
yeah,
you had your moments. Okay, in the Amber Liebert fight, you had moments where
yeah,
I could see where the flashes of the great fighter that you're gonna be in the future. I saw it. It was
yeah.
there. Every single fight that you've ever lost, the flashes of the greatness was there. Man, could you elaborate on your process of actually becoming better and better each fight?
I think it's funny because like even when I lose, it's usually it's such a rapport of like it being either fight of the night or I get massive reviews on it afterwards, and I think that's kind of a reflection of the kind of person I am and the kind of fighter I am. Most of the time I've gotten through a lot of fights just based on heart and grit, which has been a massive advantage for me. But then at the same time, I'm now trying to hone those uh, like skills in and add on the fact that I'm into like improving my striking and making a lot of improvements with my wrestling and jiu-jitsu and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's sort of come along like quite well. And obviously, after we studied the Amber fight, I knew exactly what I did wrong. I kind of knew exactly what I did wrong as soon as I left the cage. Like I knew I wasn't proving my full potential, and I kind of froze a little bit, and I wasn't really problem solving in like during the fight. I wasn't as present as I would have preferred to be. But I mean, that's all learning curves. It's all experience. I mean, it's a massive jump up in promotion for me going from Australian and like Asian fights shows to Bellator. It's such a massive stage. You're going to expect a little bit of a kind of like a shell shock, I guess.
Wow, man, explained beautifully. A shell shock. Hollow Point is, breaking it down with analogies and everything, man. This is what I'm talking about. Um, okay, so with all this being said and everything that you've gone at, okay, I also observe, you know, that I mean you're getting better, but Sneed, her cardio is insane. It is extremely insane. What does a fighter do to neutralize the cardio of a fighter that's actually good with cardio?
I'd say just obviously try meet the fitness standards and just really come up to the um, to the same level and work on my volume and make sure everything's going to be at least to par as what hers is going to be. And um, I guess you can't necessarily beat cardio because cardio wins fights, but you can definitely outskill and utilize your time a little bit wiser than the other person. I think that's probably what I'll try to
Wow, yeah, yeah. I mean you broke it down, but your cardio is good too. You got good cardio, like yours, and like and it's like you just throw so many shots, and I'm like, man, like how does this girl stay in the fight and but throwing so many shots? Like you don't care. You just going, man, and going. And it's like from the first round and then to the third round, you seem like you're still ready to bang some more. Like, how did you get your
do.
cardio so good?
I don't even know if it is cardio. I think it might be more heart and just like the fact that I mean, if you don't have confidence in your cardio, you're not going to have cardio, but it may still be there. But if you have confidence in it, and I know that I've done 3 rounded a few times now, and I've let it go the distance, and it hasn't been an easy 3 rounds. It's been a bit of a war. So I know I've got that in my gas tank. My body knows that it has it too. So and I guess when you get to the final round, like you might as well leave it all in there. So there's not really much point holding back. And like if my mind lets like the only thing that's going to stop my body from throwing any more punches or strikes or whatever is my mind. So I might as well keep going. It's more of a mentality I feel. Rather
Okay, dang. Hey, so Janay, if I told you that I thought you had better hands than your opponent,
than-
would you believe that?
we definitely have different styles, and I feel like I'm a little bit more technical, especially with having this boxing fight recently. My hands have just crisped up like a lot more. I've been working with boxing coaches and really just tweaking those little things. I've got the knockout power there. I know it's there. I've got a lot of heat in my hands as well. So I just tweaking it to have the consistency of shots all the time. That's what I've been working on over the last like 3 4 weeks. So I really think that's going to make a massive difference when you're coming up against a boxer. You want to have good hands. You want to be at least have good defense and then have confidence in your own hands as well. So I
I think that your will. I think that you're gonna impose your will, and I just when I'm looking at the hands, like what you do with your hands versus what she does with her hands. I mean, I can kind of see like a difference. Like you're very good at. You're definitely good with the overhand rights. Like that's a big weapon. But girl, you got a nice, solid, stiff jab, and I'm talking about like when you're using that thing, it's like a thing of beauty. It's an artwork because you're using it like so well that it actually gets your opponents, off balance. Like when you're just throwing it nice and crisp, just like you said. And when you use that jab, girl, you set up like so many other things that you got in your arsenal. Like, are we gonna see more of your arsenal in this particular fight? Since this is a
yeah
big fight, because I know you got 1,000 times more in your arsenal.
yeah man, definitely. I think like I said with the shell shock this time around, I've got that in the bank now. I know what to expect. I know what to expect when we're traveling, all that kind of stuff, and how busy the week can get, and what kind of standard of promotion I'm in now. I can use that to just be comfortable. And I mean, the more comfortable you are, you're going to show more of your skill. You're going to change it up a little bit more. You're going to be clear minded. It's all going to flow that much easier. So as much as yeah, I love proving that my jab and my right hand is strong. Yeah, I want to change it up, man. I want to throw some more stuff and some things that we've been working for a long time, and I do in sparring and I do in in training and all that kind of stuff. So I might as well do it in the fights.
Okay. See y'all, guys. I got Janay Hollow Point Harding here on the screen, live, 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 live on the coach's show. Guys, look, come on. Okay, now they're gonna be asking some questions pretty soon, but um, I do want to ask you who has been your main sparring partner that's just been beating the hell out of you in this camp?
Um, I've been moving through gyms a little bit at the moment. So at the moment, I'm training on the Gold Coast, and then on Tuesday, head to Sydney to go back with my proper MMA team there. Just because my mum is based on the Gold Coast, but I have a lot of gyms there, and I like working my boxing there. So I've been working my boxing on the Gold Coast. So mainly, I've just been sparring boxing. That's all with boxers. But when I head back to Sydney, I'll have my main sparring partners. The main dude that gives me the most trouble is my friend Alex Georges. He cornered me for my last fight actually, and he's long, fucking unpredictable, can throw off any foot, of any stance, in any position. Just one of those people that you just like, how the hell did you even like pull that combo off? Like that doesn't even make much sense. And he's one of those super committed guys that will study and like teach himself and constantly improve his education. So yeah, he's always giving me trouble, and that's the kind of spars I want. I want to, keep persevering through the adversity of his length and all those kind of things. That creates like a proper mindset for competition and stuff, I find. So yeah.
It's really shocking that you're 23, you're 23 or 24, right?
I'm 23. I'm 24 in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I've talked to a lot of fighters. I've interviewed a lot of fighters, and
Yeah.
you're probably one of the youngest fighters that I've interviewed that just the way you think, like the way you speak and think, you would think that you're an elder with more years, because you seem to you're zoned in, when I look at you on social media, like you're making the sacrifices, to do what you have to do, and the training that you're getting over at Tiger Muay Thai, right? That stuff's invaluable, and I think every time you go there, it just seems like you've got like more skills that's just waiting to come out. But I'm really impressed. Like I'm not used to seeing 23-year-olds like literally go in and like you hadn't gotten frustrated. You've had some great times, you've had some bad times, but you're hanging in there and you're always optimistic. And that's what I took out of our first interview. When I first interviewed you, I love your enthusiasm. And it's just like, I don't know, it's almost like you're a brand new fighter, just, so excited. The exciting and the passion, like I'm looking at it right now. I
Yeah,
mean, how do you keep that going, man? That's invaluable.
it is. And I mean, like with this sport, so many different like obstacles you're gonna have to face, and there's so many different aspects that you have to look after. But I think ultimately, mindset is just like 90% of it, because if you don't have a good mindset, it reflects on everything else that you do in your training, weight cuts, and everything. So I feel like when I talked to you last, I just come back from America. I was a little bit unsure of like my next moves, and I was a little bit I think lost in myself. And I hadn't fought in a year too. Like MMA, I hadn't fought since like the May the year before, and that in itself set me back so much. I mean, it's Groundhog Day when you're training all the time. You're training for fights, they fall through. You're training for fights, they fall through. You can't really have any breaks. You can't really treat yourself because you don't have anything to reward, because you haven't really fought. You're not really progressing. All those kind of things played a massive part in my mindset, and I think it sort of I had I'm super transparent with these things. I had a massive lull there. I was. It's not that I wasn't loving. I will always love MMA, and I mean I'm a fighter. Like I think I was born to fight, so I kind of have that. But I wasn't enjoying training as much as I am now. Now after a fight, a little bit of a break, but in Thailand, training with a clear mind and really absorbing heaps of information in. I've now had this boxing fight. It's been really good for me. It'll help my progression a lot, and it's obviously enhanced my hands a little bit more. And all those things, like I have a proper direction. I've got this Connecticut fight. I know what's happening kind of afterwards. I've got plans. I can like really set a proper path, a true path that I can follow, and that in itself it makes it for a massive mindset. Otherwise, you just got to like pull yourself out of a bit of a black cloud sometimes.
Yes, ma'am. Pull yourself out that black cloud and then go give somebody a black eye. That's what the hollow point been doing, giving them black eyes. I love it. I love it. So, okay, I got a million questions, but I'm not. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you this long. But
You're
okay,
right.
so I've also noticed too. Okay, wait a minute. Question. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, no, no, no. Okay, they're saying thank you, Sydney, Australia, in the house, and they're actually watching video. People that don't know you right now, they're actually going up looking up video of you right now. Like man,
Oh,
Hollow
thanks,
Point.
guys.
Hollow Point is in the building. Okay, so I'm kind of going back and forth, man, because I'm just I can. Okay, so your opponent, okay,
Hmm.
I'm not really sure about her takedown defense, and I watched 3 fights to be sure. See me,
Yeah,
I have to watch a lot of fights, but I got a 3 fight minimum. If a fighter does something in 1 fight, it's not conclusive to me. But
yeah,
if I see it in 3 fights, oh, it's conclusive.
yeah.
I'm not sure about her takedown defense. Did your coaches have your coaches already like peeped that out and said, "Hey, Janay, this might be a way we can kind of get some exploitation here going on."
Yeah, definitely. We've looked at that as an opportunity, and I mean, the good thing about me is that I've watched tape. My coaches have watched tape, and people that have fought her as well can give me advice, which is good. And I mean that takedown's definitely there. It's open for it, but like we're still not 100% sure if I'll even want to use it because I mean I am a striker. It's what I like to do, but ultimately you want to plan B. And if my striking is not working for me, I'm not dominating how I want, then for sure I'm going to take it to the ground and really capitalize my ground and pound, look for a finish there as well.
Yeah, you got power, Janay. You got the power in that right hand. That right hand is something special. You got a
Thanks.
nice right hand, and I'm telling you, when you put people when they feel that right hand on that chin, it's almost like man they feeling it. I mean, you
Yeah,
get that. I've seen you
definitely.
hit people they feel that right hand. That's your great equalizer. I think you can be completely losing a fight, and if you land that thing solid, that changes the whole landscape of the fight. You know,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like, I mean, did you just start? Like, when you first started, did you just have this power, or did your power develop over time?
No, I just kind of had it. It is a natural ability for sure. I had to hone it in and work on it, and I've had a lot of people critique it and all that kind of stuff. And now, I mean, I'm constantly improving. It's one of those things that you can't stop improving. But yeah, it's definitely a natural ability to have heat in my hands. I mean, you look at the Polynesian and the Māori and Samoan guys that are in the UFC at the moment, Taito Ivasa, Tyson Pedro, Mark Hunt, like all these guys, like they've got fucking hate in those hands, man. Like that's just we're all born with it. Like it's no kind of secret. So I think for sure, like it was a natural ability that I've now been able to hone in and really improve as a proper skill.
I bet when you was a kid, I bet nobody messed with you. I bet you whooped some serious ass when you was a kid,
I've
huh?
never been in a street fight in my entire life. Never been like a
Real.
physical confrontation or not, like nothing.
Uh,
So funny.
wow.
That was
So,
pretty good, I think.
but of course you would know what to do if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, Janae, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you." I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you
I'm not
probably. Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, well, that's good stuff. I mean, you definitely probably ready know how to deal with that. Okay,
Yeah.
so with this right here, with the win over Snead Kavanagh, would this be the biggest win of your career?
Oh, definitely. I mean, like every fight from here on in will be the biggest fight of my career, and that's how I'm treating it. That's how I'm looking at it. I should have been treating it like that for a long time, but I feel like I said, with mindset and stuff, it really affected. Not how, like I obviously didn't underestimate Amber. She comes from a fucking amazing gym. Like CSA guys are so well um, reputed, and we it wasn't that it wasn't. I knew that it was the most important because it's my Bellator debut. Of course, it's going to be super important. But I think mindset wise, I just I wasn't 100%. Like I know that I could have really improved my mindset and been a little bit more present for that fight, and just made a couple of tweaks here and there that would have really affected my confidence and my hunger for it, I think, as well. The experience just kind of like would made me a little bit, I guess, swayed, and I was more concentrating on the experience rather than the actual fight itself. Whereas, yeah, now this is obviously going to be a massive win for me. It's a great name for me to take. It'll fix up my record a little bit too. Um, it'll put me probably on a main card fight for the next fight that I have in Bellator. And yeah, it'll definitely put me in the lead up to a title shot, which is ultimately what I want. So,
Boy, we gotta say this every day. She gonna fall before the right hand, a hollow point, boy. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited listening to you talking about it. I'm excited for you because I'm excited for you because you're excited.
yeah,
Okay, Janae, let's give the fans a little bit of technical.
let's go.
Let's teach these people something. Okay.
Huh?
Okay, Janae, how do you set somebody up? Okay, for that hard right hand? Because we know you don't throw it out of nowhere. What is a
Yeah,
person if they're beginning? How would you? What would you tell them step by step how to set that up?
depends. Depends how you want to go about it. Depends like if the person you're fighting is taller, shorter, longer, or not than you. So, I mean, a lot of the time I just set it up with my left, maybe pour or feint, or just tap out like a jab hook with my left hand, just to get them moving. Hopefully moving to my right, and then just pull them around, and then yeah, really line up that right hand so that it comes through either the guard or whatever's happening. So yeah, most of the time you got to set up your right hand with the left, but you got to really work on that footwork and get them circling to your right.
Okay, guys. Hey, for those of you guys that's in the gym, you're getting beat up. She gave you some hints because a bunch of you guys go to the gym and you can't fight very well. Okay, Hollow Point told you exactly what you need to do. Okay, how would you how do you brace yourself for a body strike or a body kick? I'm sorry, body punch or a body kick. What do you do? Because I know those come and you have to be able to do it. There's a technique to doing that.
Yeah.
How does one do that?
Um. Obviously, you just got to have strong shields. Like to say, you put a shield up, you can't just put a shield up and hope that it's gonna. Oh, sorry. Take take the impact of the punch or the kick or whatever. You really have to hope that where your shield is strong. It's creating a frame. It's stable on your body, and then and it's um
Go ahead, Hollow Point. Go ahead, tell it.
yeah, you just got to make sure it's strong and it's framed up on a part of your body that you need, and you're tense as soon as the impact comes. So then you can really either crash into it, take a little bit of taper it off, or move, shorten the distance of the strike. So you're really just getting half of the blow. I mean, ultimately, 100% of the power is going to be at the end of any shot. So if you shorten a punch, shorten a kick, whatever it is, you're going to take off some of that heat. So yeah,
Damn, man. I never knew that. I boxed for years, but I never, because I was always told, hey, it's a certain way to brace yourself. I'm like, man, how do you do it? But that kind of that makes more sense. It makes a lot of sense. Um,
yeah,
and so that's what coaches they show beginning fighters then, right? They show them how to
yeah.
defend that body
Oh,
attack.
I'd say so. Yeah,
Damn, man.
definitely.
Okay. My last question for you, and guys in the comment thread, okay? Guys, I'm a kid. She's got training. She getting ready for a big fight, so I'm not gonna keep her long. Yeah, we finna go. If anybody has a question, make sure that you ask a question. Any question is pretty cool, but this is the Hollow Points interview, guys. All right. My last question is, what do you do to actually set up a proper head kick? Because I noticed that you have a kicking game in your arsenal that's very brutal. Now, what does
Mm-hmm.
a striker need to do to set that kick up properly?
Ultimately, you want them to drop their hands, of course. Whether you set that up with your punches or you're setting that up with a couple of like false combos kind of beforehand, committing to like a like a jab, like a body shot or a leg kick or something like that, just to like lower the defense a little bit, and then kind of depending on what leg you're kicking with. I've been hitting a lot of the left high kicks off like a straight right hand, like a step through right hand, and then throwing up the left high. So a lot of the times that will work for me. But yeah, you wanna really get that defense low first off, and then work from there. Use your combos to set it up.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, man. I guess kicks are pretty hard for somebody, but you throw yours at a pretty quick rate, you know. So
Thank
and
you.
you got a nice body kick too. Man, that body
Yeah,
kick's intense, man. Like you put
like I helped me out with that a little bit with the just the Thai style kicks are like they're gnarly, man. Like if you get into like loosening your hip and really throwing it through and getting the momentum of your arms and everything, like you can get so much heat on a body kick. It's crazy.
is it true that over there at Tiger Muay Thai, like they got guys that can kick trees down? Like they can actually like kick trees and they can damage trees.
I'd say so. I mean, there's so many crews there, and they do kind of cycle through a couple of crews, like sometimes, like because I mean, ties are very kind of in and out, but some of those guys have had 300 Muay Thai fights and like, and with a winning record for sure and stuff like that. So, and I'm sure kicking a bit like a banana tree for sure, you're gonna kick a banana tree down, but like a proper tree, I don't know, maybe I'd say so. They could probably kick it down. Their shins are super conditioned, like not like ours at all.
How the hell? I mean, okay. What do you do to get? I mean, your shins. I mean, those guys on their shins aren't bruised or hurt or, I mean, because I saw
Yeah,
a guy kicking down a tree.
yeah. I I didn't really like. I've never really seen them do too much conditioning other than just kicking each other. Like they just kick and check and kick and check. Like, and they don't even mind check. They know exactly how to check too, so that kind of helps. And they know exactly how to kick, so they're kicking on the perfect spots. I mean, I've kicked an elbow before, and it's obviously not been super helpful for me because I've had a blown up ankle and everything. But they just know, like it's kind of instilled in them now that they know exactly how to do it and how to defend it. So I think their shins just over time from repetition have conditioned.
Have you tried to kick down a tree?
No, I have not. I saw like there's a couple of viral videos of people like Tiffany Time Bomb um kicking one down in Bali and stuff like that when that went viral a little bit. Yeah, it's never really been something that I've had a want to do yet. So.
Yeah, that's almost like those guys, those like those masters of chi. They can actually like transfer energy and stuff. Man,
Yeah,
but
that's a
kicking
lot.
down a damn tree, what the heck, man? I tell you what, I wouldn't want those guys kicking me, especially not the guy
Yeah.
you
I
train
think
with.
yeah, I don't think they can stick to that and they'll just stick to kicking people, not trees.
Wow, Hollow Point, this has been amazing. Well, Janay, I'm thankful. I thank you for letting me interview you, man. This is,
Yeah,
I get it. You know what? I've interviewed a lot of people, and sometimes I still get a little nervous. I was like, man, I'm interviewing Hollow Point, like and it's like it's so real because I see you, in all these fights, and now I'm actually talking to you. I'm telling you,
yeah,
I never get past that part. Like it's
I
an
love that
honor to
so
talk to
much.
you.
Yeah, that's cool. Some people take it for granted, so I think that's awesome.
I don't take the ability to talk to you for granted. And you can't forget, hey, and tell mom that Coach Sheldon Harrison said, "What's up?"
I
You
will.
gotta
I'll let her
remember.
know.
Now, anybody you want to thank, Janae, your crew,
To be honest, just over this weekend, I just want to give a massive shout out to my coach Cole Smith and all the team at Heartbreak Conditioning on the Gold Coast, helping me out with this boxing fight. Even though we didn't come away with the technical win, I won, and I'm happy with my performance and my improvement over the last 3 weeks. And yeah, this weekend's been awesome. I'm on a high, and I'm ready to get back into the next camp. Let's do it.
hey, what's the name of that referee? We're gonna call him up. We'll call him up
Yep.
live, and we'll let him talk to you and ask him,
Yeah.
how come they cheated
Yeah.
you, or the
Yeah.
judges.
Yeah. Yeah, the judges. One judge scored it like it was a 5 rounder, so the one judge scored it 50 to her.
50
And
to
I was like,
45.
yeah.
Man, that judge was smoking some marijuana before he
I
came to
was
that
like,
fight.
what? Like, you watching this fight? Like, that's so funny. Because that's how you know how it's so corrupt. It's such a shame because Australian boxing kind of needs that lift at the moment too. So yeah, it is a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. I'm happy.
And they had Hollow Point. Hey, okay, Janay, I'm sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
Tell us, where can we go to watch that boxing fight again? I know you said something. I'm sorry, my memory. What's going on?
To be honest, I don't really know if there's going to be a replay yet. So there should be a replay on Fox in Australia within the next week or so. I don't know the exact time that they're going to replay it. But hopefully in the next couple of days or so, I can find a replay that you guys can stream it and watch it on the internet. And I'll post it up on all my social media forums. And yeah, hopefully I can find one soon.
Okay, Janay, you know we can't wait for that. You know we can't wait to see it. I'm telling you, and I'm being very sincere. We can't wait to see the boxing video because I know you went in there and you took care of business because that's what you do. You go in there, you fight with heart, like you said. Janay, is one more thing that the coach I gotta ask you to do, and I know I'm going overboard. Could you say your name and then say you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison?
It's Janay Hollowpoint Harding, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison.
God dog, girl. I love the accent. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
And don't forget to follow, October the 12th, Janay Harding versus Sinead Kavanagh, Friday, October the 12th, okay? Live streaming. She's in the prelims. No excuse, cheapskates. Look at this thing. Watch the Hollow Point. And follow her on social media, guys. All three of her social media points are listed right up on the screen. We out.
Thanks, guys.